I was in the Army 15 years. I was injured in Vietnam, but didn't go over. I went to get ROTC, got my commission, went back in. My first tour as a lieutenant was out in the jungle of Panama. Well, they dropped Agent Orange on me out there. It's out there. They've been using it. And I got soft tissue sarcoma, and I found out 45 years later the side of my face was full of cancer. And so the VA, I tried to kill myself when I went to the homeless program, and they told me I had soft tissue sarcoma. So they had to cut the right side of my face out, removed everything, radiation for 28 days. I've got no teeth. Part of my mouth's been taken, but I'm still alive. And I was in pain ever since. Before that, I was even in pain. I couldn't walk. I couldn't go to the bathroom. I couldn't take a shower. I didn't want to go out. And just the physical appearance, that was another hard thing for me. Well, I was in so much pain in February, skip a hot lot that I went through. I went through a lot with the VA with cancer and stuff, and the pain I got from, they wouldn't give me any pain medication. But I came to this area to really basically, I guess, let myself die because I just had given up. But I was in pain in February of 13. I couldn't roll in bed. I couldn't walk. I couldn't do anything. And so I mixed myself a drink with some pills in it and put it next to my bed. And I laid down and I said, God, I can't do this no more. And so I fell asleep. And I got short-term memory. So I woke up and the next 2 days I sat there and I didn't know it. And the third day, well, I was in the bicycle shop. And Joe and Bob were in there, and I didn't know who they were. I was looking for a bicycle. I wasn't looking for no patch. The only patch I would be looking for is a fixed flat tire. So I'm sitting there in a lot of pain, and some guy was talking about his biceps growing by 1.5 inches using this patch. And I said, "Oh, what are you talking about? Tell me a little more about this." So a 22-year came over. I asked him, "You know anything about this? Have you used this?" He said, "Yeah." He turned around. His back of his neck was split from the back of his neck down to his waist. He had rods put in there to make it short. They thought he would never probably walk the same way again. He got his degree, found his patch. He's taking no medication. He's out there playing ice hockey. I said, well, I guess that's for me. So I went and bought the stuff, and I told Doc about it. I said, if I'm going to get on, we'll get Doc on it to make the winner out of this whole thing. So I called Doc up, and he said, sure. So we got on it, and 2.5 weeks later, just before I called him, he called me, and I said, hey, how's it going with that patch you're putting on there? He said, Frank, this stuff is real. I said, I told you so. And so from that point on, we just kept rolling. I've had all sorts of problems with depression. I went through the PRC program, and I hope Mark is 100% because he deserves it. If not, get with me, Mark, and I'll take care of it for you. Things are moving forward. I got involved in the suicide program, dealing with soldiers. I was moved on it, and I destroyed my elbow last Thanksgiving, and they had to reconstruct it, and I didn't think I was going to be able to use it again. And I'm using a lot more than I would have been using if I didn't have this thing. It just, life goes on, and just then they found a shadow on my right lung, and I said, oh God, that was 6 months ago. They just did a CT scan. So they did it. 6 months later, I got the letter, and I didn't want to open it for about 3.5 weeks because I didn't want to find out what they were going to say. So I opened it up when they say it's gone. And I've been using the patches on my lung. So it's not, I don't believe in this as a healer or a cure. But to tell you the truth, I got off of this stuff for 2.5 weeks, almost about 2 weeks. I didn't tell nobody. And my body started aching again. And it kind of put the red light on, green light again, said, you need to get back on this stuff, Frank. So I got back on it. So it's not a cure, but it's better than taking a whole bunch of pills and stuff. And that's what I've been doing, and getting involved with the getting out and doing stuff instead of being isolated inside.
You told me that you had a floater in your eye. How many years did you have that floater?
I had the floater in my eye probably since I've been down here, 4 years. Dark floater, my right eye. I'd be sitting there watching TV, and I see this fly flying by, and I said, damn, where's that fly at? And it wasn't, I was tracing that damn fly. It was a damn floater in my eye. So I went to the optometrist at VA, and I said, yeah, you got a floater in there. We'll probably have to take care of it a little later down the road. And so I got on the patch, and I think it was not even 30 days. And I'm sitting there and I go, damn, where's that fly? It's gone. I mean, I totally can't believe it, but that floater just kind of disappeared. I've lost about 30 pounds, and I'm going for more. And my goal is to go ahead and walk or run a 5K next year.
Wow.
If the cancer didn't beat me and kill me, I guess I figure out, well, God don't want me yet, so I'm still here.
And I know you had excruciating back pain and knee pain as well.
My back pain, my knee pain. Like I said, that's why I couldn't walk or anything. I couldn't even roll in bed. I was in so much pain. I didn't want to do nothing. And I put that patch on. I could gradually feel it. And Doc, we've blown each other's mind with his patch. He said he didn't believe it. He said he was skeptical. I made a believer out of him. At least for something, I made a believer out of him. Right, Doc?
Like many months ago, and he looks so much better today.
Or when you see my picture, the first picture is a walking dead man.
Yes.
And when I got that patch, totally complete difference.
Yeah, let me see if I can put this on the screen.
I didn't. Somebody asked me if I use the Ice Wave. I have not
Okay.
used the Ice Wave. All I did was use the X39 during the day on the back of my neck, and I use the Eon patch on the back of my back at nighttime. I haven't had to use the Ice Wave yet.
So this is before he got on the X39, and then this is now.
Amazing.
Yeah, the collagen just changed. I got lost home. Some lady walked up and said, "How old are you?" And I said, 71. She said, "How come you don't have no wrinkles?" I pulled out my credit card with a patch on it and said, "That's because of this crystal here, organic crystal. It took away it worked on my wrinkles and it also grew my hair. And I had to cut it off. It was growing so fast, but it was growing. And it was also turning my black color in the back. My barber said, "Hey, your hair is turning black again." I said, "Yeah, I know that."
You were depressed. You had no hope before you found the X39. You didn't get up out of bed. You were unmotivated, right? Now,
All I can say is I was always thinking of suicide, and I think about it today. But when I think about it, I can deal with it now because I don't have to deal with the pain. I can do my meditating. I can get out and do stuff like I'm going into stone cutting and crystal and the stone and polishing the stones. And that takes you away from everything. You just focus on doing that. And that's all you concentrate. Or doing ceramics. I went out and bought a 3D printer. Just a whole bunch of things. And getting involved working with people with suicide. Trying to get the message out. Do something. Talk about it.
that's
I was
right.
never able to talk about it until I went to the conference. And after I went to the conference and I told a few people, I said, "Wow, that's powerful." So I got out and I started telling everybody about it. And it works.